Hey, happy Saturday, guys. This is Stephen Jeffrey of SJ Relics, and I just want to share this incredible mail call that I got this week. It has been such a busy week. How many of you know the feeling? You're busy being busy, but not appreciating the moment that you're in. And I had two amazing mail calls that just made me stop and think and appreciate the moment that I was in. And I'm going to share the first of those with you. Thomas, that pocket knife guy, sent me a package. I had the honor of doing him a slip, which he has shared over on his channel. For those of y'all have not heard of Thomas or that pocket knife guy, you need to check out his channel. It's just he's got a really amazing vintage pocket knife collection. And when I say vintage, I'm not just talking about old, but I'm talking about some really old knives that are just most of them are in pristine shape. He knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing as far as restoring them and getting them how they ought to be. And he does some handle restores and just an amazing, unique collection. I've already learned so much from watching his channel. Go over there and give him a like. He puts out daily content, and it's just really well done. Very well spoken guy. He's a cool guy, has that cool California cat feel. He was a surfer for many years, and you know, just a really interesting guy, interesting knife collection. The way he presents it and talks about it, he's got the knowledge, and I so respect that, because I kind of struggle with that. I deal with pocket knives, and I like the restoration aspect, and of course I like the history. I like all of it, but I rely on guys like this that really do their homework and dig deep down and find out about what they have. And anyway, check out his channel. Again, he posts daily, and his stuff, his videos and just everything he posts is quality. And he just has a really great and easy way of presenting it. And just an awesome guy. And Thomas, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your channel. I appreciate the gifts. So this was all some mail call that I got. First of all, he gave me this 6-foot tape measure, an Evans tape measure. I would guess this is from the 50s and 60s. We can see the Made in USA on the back here. What's cool, it's a white tape measure, 6 feet, very heavy duty made. I always see Brother Terry at My Ordinary Life. He always carries a tape measure. I think a lot of guys do. It's really handy to have, but I just dig the vintage stuff. I like the vibe of it. I like the feel of it. It's very just beautifully made, heavy duty made. And I know we hear this a lot, but they don't make them like they used to. So you know, anytime I see these, I'm gonna start picking them up, because they're just fun to collect, beautiful to look at, and very useful to have as a part of your EDC and everyday carry. Second of all, he didn't know this, but I collect buffalo nickels. I almost said buffalo nickels, and I've got one inlaid in one of my guitars. I've got a few necklaces made out of them. I've had them on my belt. I've got bracelets. I've actually got just the nickels themselves, and if they're in great shape, I just hang on to them. This one I will be hanging on to. This is a 1920. I do not have a 1920 buffalo nickel in my collection. As you know, I like Indians and Americana, 1950s cowboy and Indian type stuff. There's just something about the image of an Indian that I like. And it's an independence and a strength that I enjoy, and of course in my collecting, I love the toy aspect of it, because that's kind of a lot of what drives my leather making and things that I create is I love that the toys and things like that they created around the Indians, because as a kid, so many of us played cowboy and Indian, and anyway, there's just something enduring about the image of Indian. But buffalo nickels are special to me. So he hit me. He you can tell he's been watching my content, and he just hit me in the right place. And I've actually had buffalo nickels in a few of my shorts, and here's one to add to my collection. But beautiful 1920 buffalo nickel. Again, Thomas, thank you so much. Thank you for this thoughtful gift. This I had to figure out. This is a let me get it here where you can see it. This is a troy ounce. It's a 1/10 of troy ounce, and this is 9.99 silver. It's got a crown. It's got the buffalo or bison, actually. I've heard somebody talking about that the other day. I think it was Knife Doctor, how we have bison here in the United States and not actual buffalo. But again, there's that American Indian image. Same one that's on the buffalo nickel. It says Liberty over here in the corner. I don't know that this was made for circulation. I do know that this is pure 9.99 silver. So this is definitely a permanent part of my collection as well. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. You know, I had never seen one before. I just thought that was just an incredible, generous gift. And here is the main thing right here. This is a Kent. Kent knives were made for F.W. Woolworths from 1931 to 1955. Sorry if I went out of frame there. From 1931 to 1955. So this knife could be 70 years old. It could be older. There's a tang stamp. Really clear. This is called an end of day knife. End of day scales. And so they would take the celluloid, from what I understand, they would take the celluloid, the offcuts, and they would just kind of all melt them together and make these beautiful handles. And Kent was made by Camillus for the F.W. Woolworth store, as far as I can tell. That is Goins, I believe. It's a knife collecting source. Anyway, there's some. Sorry, a motorcycle just went by. But again, they made them for Woolworths, and the Depression era type things. They wanted kind of inexpensive knives. It has a nice half stop there, a nice strong half stop. There you go. Let's see if I can get it to click there. Just a well-made knife. Beautiful scales. I will be looking for more of these scales. I think one of the other terms as well is Christmas tree scales. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which that might just refer to the color of some of the ones over on Thomas's channel. He's got a lot of green and gold and red scales, and just a lot of these. He's gathered quite a collection of these, and he asked me, he said, do you have any end of day scales or Christmas tree scales? And which I didn't. The closest thing I have is a Hen and Rooster, that of which I posted this week on a short, and it's a celluloid. It looks kind of like a guitar pick. It's a swirly plastic, and again, this is celluloid. Just beautiful, burgundy, little creamy colored. But I love this, and I can't believe the look of this for the year. I know he had to either do some cleaning on this, or he just found a really pristine one, and I can't believe he sent it to me. But this is a permanent part of my collection. It's beautiful. Even my wife said so. She was like, wow, that's a pretty knife. And I'm just totally impressed by it. Again, these were made by Camillus for F.W. Woolworths, and this is anywhere from 1931 to 1955, Judging by the nail nick, I would guess this is probably a later one. The early ones had a long nail nick and also had a nice long swedge on the blade. But again, by any stretch of it, this is an old knife. It is a beautiful knife. It is a well cared for knife, and it is now a permanent part of my collection. Thank you, Thomas, so much. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your friendship. Check out his channel. Again, I got the honor of making a slip for him. We did some Florida colors on there with the stitching, and anyway, just a great guy. Been fun to talk to, fun to email back and forth with, and he's comments on many of our channels, and just very encouraging. He always brings the knowledge. He knows what he's talking about, and just a really special knife collection that he has. And I'm gonna keep my eye out for more and more end of day scales and Christmas tree scales, Christmas tree handles, just beautiful stuff. Thank you, brother. And this is Stephen Jeffrey signing off. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy this weather. Get out and just do something, and whatever you do, carry a good knife. Thanks, and God bless.